Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Superman and Lois Season 4, the final season. Now, of course, as we know, we are in the final week of filming for the show. It actually started a few days earlier than I thought it was, than I thought it would, but of course I was basing it off like the 22nd of April end of filming date, which seems like it's still going to be the final date of filming for this show as a whole, and of course just Season 4. That's a wait and see. I guess when we get to the 22nd of April, or maybe the 23rd of April, we'll see what's happening there in regards to whether they're still filming or they're having the wrap party and everything like that. I'm sure we'll know via social media, what's going on there. But yeah, they're into the final week of filming. We've seen a couple of different things, which we'll focus on in this video, but nothing of like a ridiculous amount of note outside of probably one thing, but it's something that I thought we'd get and actually has an interesting tie to season 1, which I don't know if it's just a coincidence or it's intentional. That's a wait and see, of course. And I guess when we see the episode, it'll be quite a wait because it's going to be, at the end of this year. But yeah, as I said, we've got a handful of things to go over in regards to the finale for this show, this season, the show as a whole, as well as potentially when we might see it. So we actually had one of the actors tell us what they've heard through the grapevine in regards to when we will get the show, though it's not saying a specific day, it's giving us a general area. So it's worth noting, and it's what we expected, but still worth bringing up because the actor said it. But of course, throughout the video, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts on the stuff we go over and any theories or predictions you have around certain aspects of them, because you might have a different opinion to mine or just have something that I just completely, brain farted and just did not mention. I don't know. You have to let me know in the comments. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, I want to show your support, drop a like. Takes 2 seconds. So the first thing to go over is about the series finale, or from the series finale, and it has to do with what it's actually called. Now, it's not too surprising that sometimes they just let us know what the finale for a season is going to be, like the actual title is going to be. But this is a bit more important because it's not just the finale for season 4, as I've sort of probably said more than once in this video already. It's the series finale, the end of the show as a whole. And the title was revealed by Pitsy Tulloch. I'm not too sure if any of the other actors posted it, but she was the one that I saw posted first. And the episode is called "It Went By So Fast," which is sort of like, it's got a couple of different meanings, because it's probably going to have something to do with the episode, you'd have to think, but also just like it only feels like yesterday that this show premiered, because remember, it was meant to start filming and then COVID happened, so it got completely delayed, and then things sort of changed, and then it finally got to start filming, and then we finally got to see it in 2021. It took ages for it to eventually get to us seeing it after it was initially announced, because it was announced I think when they just started filming Crisis, I think it was around that time. So it was well before Crisis even aired, let alone before COVID happened. And then it was meant to start filming. It was they were in Vancouver to film, and then everything got shut down. Pretty crazy. And yeah, as I said, it only feels like it was yesterday that this show premiered. And now we're not just at the end of the show. It's not like it ended after season 2. We're about to watch season 4, and we're going to get the finale there. So, it's still a good amount of episodes there. What they would have had about, mid 40 episodes, low 40 episodes, but feels like it was yesterday that this show started. But the finale, the series finale, as you'd expect, is written by the 2 showrunners in Todd Helbing and Brent Fletcher. And as we've already mentioned in a couple of videos, it is going to be directed by Gregory Smith. So yeah, you can have various different theories and expectations in regards to what the title specifically means. It went by so fast. Is this talking about their time in Smallville? Is it talking about Jordan and Jonathan growing up? Is it just about, in general, just every aspect of their life or whatever it is? It'll be interesting to see what that means, or if it's just a nice little title that they think works. But I did mention before that it has a bit of a tie to season 1. That title of It Went By So Fast, and that's because one of the score tracks in the soundtrack from season 1 of the show is called It Went By So Fast. Now, I'm not sure what specific episode it came from, but it is I think it's number 7 on the track list. Now, they usually go in order of when they sort of play throughout the show, throughout the season, but I have no idea what specific episode it's from. I feel like it might be from episode 3 or something like that, but I'm not too sure. If you know what episode that score plays in, the It Went By So Fast, you could just type it into YouTube and go, Superman and Lois, It Went By So Fast song or something, and you'd be able to hear it. I don't know. I couldn't figure out what episode it was from. I'm probably an idiot and I've missed some easy way to find out what episode it's from. But if you know what episode that title, that track played from, let me know, because it might have something to do with the events of the episode. They might play that song again. but I'm not too sure of what the significance of the song is. But yeah, just to point it out that that was a track from the season 1 soundtrack, so there could be a potential tie there. But there isn't like a ridiculous amount in regards to knowing too much about this. And I'm one of those people where I like to know certain things throughout the season, but when it gets to a finale, I've had that, I think we've had all that experience, whether it is through the Arrowverse stuff or even movie stuff. You sort of don't want to see things from the finale or too much from the finale. Maybe something to get you excited for it, but not something that specifically spoils it, like seeing someone die or seeing a character return that shouldn't be returning or whatever it is. So that's the only thing you don't really want to see, but there hasn't been that much from this season, and I don't think that's going to happen in this final season. I did hear that they did film something in Vancouver, in the city area of Vancouver, but it was a really quick shoot and no one knows who filmed there. Now I don't know if that was for the finale or for like some of the later days in episode 9's filming. I'm not too sure, but there wasn't any photos and not too much knowledge around exactly what they filmed. But that's what I've heard, is that they did film something in Vancouver in the downtown area. We just don't know specifically what it was. So if you're wondering about Metropolis aspects, that's obviously probably a part of it, but we don't know what it was. Now, in regards to the premiere thing I was talking about before, we did have Indy Navarrete on, I think it was just through TikTok. I think I saw the thing on Twitter, but I don't know if she posted it to multiple things, but I think she just posted it through her TikTok. And someone just asked, like, yo, do you have any, Superman and Lois season 4 updates, or just Superman and Lois updates? Like, when is it coming? And she said that from what she knows, and she was also a bit like sussing it, like, oh, I don't know if I'm actually allowed to tell you, but whatever, YOLO. She said that from what she knows, the show's coming in October. Now, this isn't necessarily like, oh my God, groundbreaking news, because I think we assumed it'd probably come in October, maybe late September. Like, it wouldn't come mid-September or anything like that. We were assuming late September, like 25th plus, or somewhere in October, because that's usually a good premiere day. And there's only 10 episodes, so that probably means you're probably going to get all the episodes in the end of the year. They're probably going to try and start as early as they can in October on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, and go into like the mid-December. Like, they'll probably, I guess, wrap like middle of December airing it, I'd assume, if they got 10 episodes roughly. So that's not too much of a surprise, but the fact it's coming from one of the people connected to the show, and that's what they've it wasn't her just making it up. It's like something that she'd been told. It heavily indicates that's going to be the case, though it does play into what we thought would be the case anyway. But speaking of actual surprises, something I really wasn't expecting, we did hear from Emmanuel Chiricri. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. After 4 seasons of the show, you think I'd be able to pronounce it correctly. But anyway, Emmanuel, who plays Lana Lang on the show, we thought all the guest characters were done. Specifically her, because it seemed like she'd filmed like a decent amount of episodes in like the first half of this season. Well, she said it. We found out that Lana Lang will be appearing in the series finale for Superman and Lois, which is quite surprising. Now, this does pose the question, pose the questions. One, what's her role? Is it just so she's there, and maybe like play another factor in regards to like what's happening in certain areas, whether it's Smallville or other places and stuff like that? And 2, are there going to be anyone else? Is she the only guest character? Because that's all we know. Like, in that bit where Indy Navarrete, for example, said that like October was the premiere date, I think she was in LA. She wasn't in Vancouver. So there's no indication that she's going to be in it. So is Lana Lang the only one? Maybe we'll see John Henry Irons, because John Henry Irons looks like he's going to be in he's in episode 8 from what those set photos from the other day that we went over look like. So is he in the series finale? Or is Lana Lang the only guest character that's going to show up in that series finale? And then it's going to be your Ken family, your Lex Luthor, all his cronies and everything like that. We don't know. Probably a flip of the coin. I don't know if it necessarily is this like groundbreaking thing or like deal breaking thing, where if they do or do not appear, where it's going to mess stuff up. But it's just something I wasn't expecting. So the fact that Lana Lang is going to be there makes you wonder, is anyone else? So I guess that's a keep out your eye for it sort of situation, but who knows? But yeah, the final thing is just this thing here from Alex Garvin, who of course plays Jordan. It's just from his Instagram story where he goes, you can hopefully see it on screen right now. He goes, another wrap on another long shoot day. We're cooking, cooking with this finale though. So I am intrigued just to see what the finale is as a single episode. Of course, you expect the story from the whole season, those previous 9 episodes leading into this 10th episode and the series finale and season finale and everything like that. But I'm just intrigued to see what just this single episode is like, and whether it is necessarily going to be finishing the storyline, or maybe some like episode 9 does that and 10's more of a different thing and almost like a farewell to the show. It does raise a lot of questions. Now there is still people holding out on like, you know, Grant Gustin and Melissa Benoist showing up. I think that ship is sailed at this point. I think like it's clear both of them, well, at least Grant Gustin's way too busy. Like they could do something mental and maybe Melissa Benoist shows up. That's the only thing, because she's not working at the moment because she's just finished a show, which I think might still be airing on HBO Max weekly at the moment. But she's the only one where I'm like, okay, that may be a bit of a surprise there, but I don't think they would do that. I think if that was going to happen, it might have happened earlier in the season. So I think the season finale or the series finale is really going to be just celebrating everything within the show and farewelling it. And also because we know that like season 4 is not natural, wasn't meant to be like the natural end, and they're just sort of making it the ending. Of course, they've got the whole season to do so, but you know, I'm sure they would have had plans for potentially what would have happened in season 5. Maybe they set up like, you know, this is what this character is going to do, or where they would have gone into season 5 and everything like that. They might even do like an epilogue sort of thing, like 2 years later, and just show us where these characters are. Who knows what they're going to do? They could do something fun like that, or it could just be a very, you know, very internal and solid finale without trying to do too much and expand it to stuff that we'll never see. Who knows what they're going to do? That's for us to wait till probably December to find out. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and it shows support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on everything we went over in this video. Always curious to hear what you guys are thinking. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.